Many of you may be familiar with SmartConnect, which is a data integration and mapping tool that is very popular in DynamicsGP, and now we have a connector for DynamicsSL using the Catalina API for DynamicsSL. I'm going to do something that's kind of interesting where I'm going to integrate a spreadsheet to DynamicsSL. Now you can go and integrate almost anything, any kind of system, any kind of flat file, whatever, but I'm going to go ahead and do a spreadsheet, and I'm going to go ahead and pretend that I'm a field salesperson, and I'm going to create a quote in Excel. Many people use Excel for that, and I'm just going to press a button and boom, I'm going to convert that quote into a sales order in DynamicsSL. So I'm in Excel, as you can tell, and I'm going to go and look up a customer. Just find that, have it automatically fill in. I'm going to put in some notes. I've got my terms. That automatically got filled in based on my customer. I can put in a PO number for that. Let me go ahead and just order a product. So this is going to be something, I'm just going to do something very simple. So I just put in a product, it automatically calculated out. If I wanted to, I could go ahead and modify the amounts just like anybody would do in Excel and be able to go ahead and get to the point where you're ready to quote. Now I'm just going to now go into EConnect, or SmartConnect, I'm sorry, and I'm going to run a map. And basically all this does is it's going to take my data from the spreadsheet, it's going to send it to SmartConnect. SmartConnect is going to, it makes a funny little screen there, but SmartConnect is then going to go ahead and transform the data into something that Catalina's API for DynamicsSL can understand, and then Catalina's tools will then generate the sales order. So it's pretty cool, pretty quick, and it allows you to be able to use the tools that you want to use out in the field and then be able to integrate it back into SL without giving anybody direct access to DynamicsSL. So now I've got a success. So if I go into SL, let me find SL and let me find that sales order. And here it is. Here, there's, you can see test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can see my notes, special order of product. You can see my product information, shipping information. Automatically filled that stuff in, and billing information. Now here's a piece that I want to be able to do. So I didn't fill in the billing information from the spreadsheet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into SmartConnect. And let me just make sure I get this in the screen, okay? And I've got several different maps here, and I'm just going to go into the map that creates an order. And what this will do is it'll receive data from spreadsheet and then be able to map it. So I'm just going to go into the mapping tool. Here you can see my mapping tool, and you can basically see where I'm taking data from one field, and this would be my spreadsheet, and I'm mapping it over to another. So I want to go and bring in some billing information. So I'm just going to go ahead and put the addresses in there. So I'm going to go and just drag and drop. So it's pretty darn simple to be able to do. Let's say the bill state, we'll go to, where's the bill state? Bill state. We'll put in city, into bill city. So you can see here I'm just going and bringing data over pretty simply over. That's enough. I'm just going to go ahead and put address, city, state. And so what I've done is I've just modified the map. I'm going to go ahead and say OK and save that mapping. So now the next time somebody goes and uploads from their Excel spreadsheet, it's going to go ahead and bring in those additional fields. We could do all kinds of things too, where we could go and transform data, strip out dashes, and all kinds of things like that. But here I'm going to now go and I'm going to create another order from this. So I'm just going to run this map again, and what this will do is now use that brand new mapping, and it should go ahead and put that address 1 and the city and the state into the billing address as well. So you know, really quickly, without having to do any programming at all, I've been able to go and say, I want to be able to move this data from one location to the next. Okay, you can see now it's finished. And now if I go back into SL, and let me close out this, and let's go to the next order that just got created, and see now billing address now has address 1, city, state. So it's very quick to be able to do this and be able to manage it centrally in your office, but then be able to have folks that are out in the field be able to use Excel or other tools like Excel. So hopefully this gives you just a smattering of information on how we can use SmartConnect and the Catalina API toolkit for DynamicsSL to be able to get data in and out of DynamicsSL very quickly.